All right, Lakers fans, let's dive right in. The Los Angeles Lakers find themselves in a situation that is frustrating to watch, but also full of potential. They face teams that are younger, more athletic, and versatile, and somehow, these teams seem to have discovered a formula to beat the Lakers even when Los Angeles has clear advantages. Experience, playoff atmosphere, having their star players healthy. These are all boxes checked by the Lakers, yet the results keep slipping through their fingers. Watching the Lakers repeatedly fall into the same traps is maddening. There's a pattern that opponents exploit, and it seems that every time, the Lakers get caught in it. It is not just a one-off issue. It is a recurring problem that needs addressing urgently. The Spurs' recent performance is a perfect example. They do not even possess the full roster of stars, yet their trio of guards managed to pressure the Lakers and create constant difficulties. It exposed vulnerabilities that fans have long feared. The Lakers have relied on a foundation of talent, but talent alone is not enough in today's NBA, especially against teams that play with energy and strategic cohesion. The frustration stems not just from losing games, but from losing them in ways that feel preventable. This is why discussions about trades come up so frequently. Many people wonder why the focus often returns to potential trades, but the truth is simple. The Lakers need reinforcements. If this were another team, perhaps we would focus more on player development or coaching adjustments. But for Los Angeles, trades are not just an option. They are a necessity. Looking ahead, the hope is that the Lakers make a move around mid-December, close to the 15th. It is not likely that an immediate blockbuster happens at the stroke of midnight, but a strategic early trade can set the tone for a much stronger season. Early moves, like acquiring a player similar to Dorian Finney-Smith or Rui Hachimura in past years, provide the team with flexibility and a chance to build chemistry before the trade deadline approaches. Ideally, the Lakers only need one or two high-impact players to dramatically change their dynamics. A high-level wing and a second-tier wing, or someone who can contribute off the bench with scoring and defensive abilities, could be the difference between mediocrity and contention. Using examples of trade possibilities illustrates this potential. Acquiring someone like Herb Jones, for instance, could simultaneously solve multiple issues. He brings defensive versatility and scoring, while also allowing Rui Hachimura to shift into a sixth-man role, creating more balance on the bench. This adjustment does not just fill gaps, it enhances multiple facets of a roster. It enables players like Nick Smith Jr. to contribute more efficiently without being overly reliant on the starting lineup. Suddenly, the bench has scoring, spacing, and defensive reliability. The ripple effect of one trade can touch every part of the team, from starters to rotation players, creating depth and flexibility that the Lakers currently lack. The strategy is not to overhaul everything, but to make thoughtful improvements that provide long-term benefits. Moving players like Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht, and a future first-round pick to acquire someone like Herb Jones demonstrates how targeted trades can maximize the return while maintaining core talent. By keeping key contributors in place and upgrading the wings, the Lakers can transform both their starting lineup and bench rotation into a more cohesive, balanced unit. This approach addresses immediate weaknesses while keeping the team competitive, which is essential in a league where small margins decide playoff positioning. Another critical point is the domino effect these trades create. Adjusting the pecking order allows veterans and young talents to find natural roles that align with their strengths. Rui Hachimura, for example, can now focus on scoring and spacing off the bench. A player like Nick Smith Jr. gains a meaningful role where he can thrive without being forced into difficult matchups too early. The combination of defensive versatility, bench scoring, and transition speed becomes more feasible, enabling LeBron James to utilize his playmaking ability effectively. The Lakers can play faster, more efficiently, and more strategically with the right personnel adjustments. December 15th marks a key moment in the season. Around this time, more teams will be open to trades, creating opportunities for Los Angeles to make meaningful acquisitions. Currently, few teams are in a rush, but as the trade window fully opens, the market will shift and possibilities will expand. The Lakers must act strategically, identifying high-impact players who can contribute immediately and provide long-term value. Whether it is a two-player acquisition or a multifaceted trade that improves starting and bench roles, the right move can dramatically change the trajectory of the team. The Lakers' current situation also highlights the importance of incremental changes. It is easy to feel that everything must be fixed at once, but in reality, NBA success is built on targeted improvements. Upgrading one or two players in key positions can transform the team's balance, spacing, and defensive capability. Even small adjustments to the rotation can have a profound effect on both the starting lineup and the bench. The strategy is to create waves of productivity where players rotate effectively, maintain energy, and maximize skill sets. A well-constructed roster allows the team to thrive in transition, defend multiple positions, and maintain offensive fluidity, something the Lakers have struggled with in past games. Trades are not just about statistics or potential. They're about creating dynamics that elevate the entire squad. One trade can affect minutes, scoring distribution, defensive schemes, and overall team chemistry. For example, bringing in a defensive-minded wing while adjusting bench roles can simultaneously improve spacing, scoring options, and defensive consistency. This enables veterans like LeBron and Anthony Davis to focus on their strengths, knowing the supporting cast is capable and dependable. It also gives younger players room to develop without being thrust into impossible situations. The Lakers have a unique opportunity to use trades not just to patch holes, but to build a team with depth, versatility, and resilience. Ultimately, the Lakers' needs are clear, and the market is ripe with possibilities. Teams are beginning to make decisions, releasing players or considering trades, which opens the door for Los Angeles to act. The key is not just finding players, but finding the right fit. Athleticism, defensive versatility, and scoring ability must align with the team's philosophy and roster structure. By carefully orchestrating moves, Los Angeles can improve balance, create bench strength, and enhance transition play. A few well-chosen trades could transform the team from one that struggles against younger squads to one that competes with the best in the league consistently. The league has evolved into a game that emphasizes pace, versatility, and three-point efficiency, and teams that exploit these aspects tend to have an advantage, especially against teams that are more traditional in their construction. The Lakers, despite having superstars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, are vulnerable when opponents apply consistent pressure with athletic guards and wings who can switch seamlessly on defense and run the floor. This gap is why strategic trades are so critical. They're not about changing everything, but about bringing in players who fit the system, complement the stars, and provide immediate impact, while also contributing to the long-term balance of the roster. Consider the Lakers' bench, which has been one of the most glaring weaknesses. While the starting five can compete with almost any team on paper, the rotation beyond that struggles to maintain scoring, defensive intensity, and floor spacing. Players like Rui Hachimura have immense potential, but when they are required to carry the scoring burden or defend multiple positions without support, the lineup's efficiency drops. This is precisely where targeted acquisitions make a difference. A player who can come off the bench, provide defensive versatility, and hit open shots changes the game dynamic. It forces opponents to respect the bench, spreads the floor, and creates a system where the starters are not overextended, allowing LeBron to orchestrate the offense without being constantly double-teamed or forced into isolation plays. The domino effect of smart trades also impacts team morale and chemistry. When a rotation is well-balanced, each player understands their role and can perform confidently. For instance, shifting Rui Hachimura to a six-man role allows him to flourish as a scorer off the bench, while also giving the starters a rest without sacrificing production. Similarly, integrating players like Nick Smith Jr., Marcus Smart, or Keon Ellis into rotational roles brings athleticism, defensive coverage, and secondary scoring, which prevents the team from being one-dimensional. These incremental improvements compound over time, transforming the Lakers from a team vulnerable to fast-paced, young opponents into a squad that can dictate tempo, execute complex defensive schemes, and finish games with multiple reliable scoring options. The potential impact of trades extends beyond just immediate game results. It shapes the Lakers' playoff trajectory. Depth is crucial in a long postseason run, and teams that have versatile wings, consistent shooters, and defensive-minded players are better equipped to adjust to opponent strategies. By addressing deficiencies with trades that provide these qualities, the Lakers can create a more adaptable, resilient squad. This adaptability is particularly important in high-stakes situations where injuries, foul trouble, and fatigue can disrupt rotations. Having a bench that contributes meaningfully allows the team to maintain a high level of performance throughout extended stretches, reducing the dependency on star players to carry the load in every single game. In addition to rotations and chemistry, trades can enhance the Lakers' ability to exploit matchups. A well-constructed roster provides flexibility, allowing the coach to adjust lineups based on opponents' strengths and weaknesses. For example, acquiring a defensive wing who can guard multiple positions opens up possibilities for switching defenses and applying pressure without compromising the interior defense anchored by Anthony Davis. Similarly, players who can stretch the floor with consistent three-point shooting create spacing for LeBron and Davis to operate in pick-and-roll situations, transition offense, or isolation plays when necessary. The cumulative effect of these adjustments is not just better performance in individual games, but a sustained improvement over the course of the season, which is essential for contending for a championship. Analyzing potential trade targets involves understanding skill sets, positional needs, and how each player integrates into the Lakers' style of play. Defensive wings, versatile forwards, and three-point shooters are in high demand, as these positions address multiple needs simultaneously. Players like Herb Jones, Keon Ellis, or similar talents provide not only defensive coverage, but also spacing, transition scoring, and energy. Acquiring these players while maintaining core contributors preserves stability while upgrading key areas. Additionally, the strategic allocation of minutes ensures that starters are not overburdened, maximizing their efficiency in crucial moments and preserving their health for a deep playoff run. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on, whispers turned into a low rumble in Los Angeles as KLAY Thompson was spotted arriving at the Lakers training facility, a sight that instantly sent shockwaves through the NBA community. The mere presence of the sharpshooter at the building sparked a frenzy of speculation, with onlookers convinced that something significant was unfolding behind the tinted glass doors. While no official announcement has been made, insiders around the league are buzzing that Thompson may be finalizing a deal that would unite him with one of the most storied franchises in basketball. Witnesses described the scene as almost surreal. Thompson stepping out of a black SUV, calm and composed, dressed casually but carrying an unmistakable air of purpose. Security ushered him inside swiftly, only fueling the idea that this wasn't a casual visit. Within minutes, social media was ablaze with fans posting grainy photos, zoomed-in screenshots, and wild predictions about what this could mean for the balance of power in the Western Conference. If the whispers proved true, the implications would be massive. The idea of Thompson bringing his elite shooting to the purple and gold has created a mix of excitement, disbelief, and nervousness among rival fan bases. The Lakers, known for their appetite for star power, will be adding one of the league's most respected veterans, someone whose championship pedigree and iconic performances have defined an era. Some around the league are already questioning how Thompson's arrival might reshape the team's identity. Would he slot in as a veteran leader, a floor-spacing sniper, or the missing piece to elevate the roster into true contention? No one seems to know for certain, yet the conversations are getting louder by the minute. For now, all anyone can do is wait and watch. But one thing is clear. KLAY Thompson walking into the Lakers training center has stirred a level of intrigue that even Hollywood would struggle to script. Whether this is the beginning of a seismic shift or merely smoke without fire, the basketball world is hanging on every rumor, every hint, every whispered word echoing through Los Angeles. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. subscribe to our channel, and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.